advice can you give people who see you and they're inspired by what you're doing on YouTube?
I would advise them to pick a type of content, stay on a schedule with that type of content, and surround themselves with other people who can hopefully cross-pollinate in doing what they love. It helps to take risks on YouTube. Definitely people who have won on YouTube have often taken risks. And, YouTube is still in a very undefined space. So you look at some of the most successful people on YouTube. Ray is very successful. Well, he started critiquing clips before it was really clear that YouTube was going to get behind the critiquing of clips. People who film very successful videos in stores or whatnot. I mean, there's been so many things which YouTube would not necessarily advise someone to do them at the time,
yeah.
But the first people to do them got on board with doing that, and they took risks. And so I would just say a piece of advice is to take risks doing what you love, and oftentimes those risks have big payoffs.
What about tips for recording great audio? Because that's something you do. You have your own way to record voiceovers and your singing.
Killing reflections definitely helps.
What do you mean?
Having a room that doesn't have a lot of reflections, a lot of echoes. I love staple gunning towels to the wall. I found lots of different cheap ways to kill reflections in rooms.
Are they really small rooms? I guess an
Not
audio...
necessarily small. No, you can't get too small a room. That's another thing. I mean, you can buy whisper rooms and sound enclosures. I don't recommend very small rooms for recording, because if you're recording in, say, a 6x4 sound booth and you're really trying to get soulful Aretha Franklin or Mahalia Jackson vocals recorded in that 6x4 sound booth, you can't really take the sound of being in that sound booth out of the final product. You need a slightly more sizable room to really get a full-bodied sound out of. And I'd say that's even the case for voice work. For singing, it's not that high-end. I use a Rode K2 and to a Fireface 400 interface. For recording VO, it's just a very standard mic, a Sennheiser 416 that I use, just a very industry standard shotgun.
Yeah, how did you learn all of this?
I have learned to record audio by doing it very, very badly and doing it slightly less badly as each project progresses. And I wish I had clear resources to refer to other than just failing your way to modest success. You just keep doing it, and it's a little bit less terrible the second time, a little bit less terrible the third time, and eventually you get to doing stuff that is of a comparable production quality to what other people are doing in the industry. And even then it's not necessarily successful, but then at least you can say, hey, I have a comparable production value to everybody else.
And I do it on my own.
And you do it on
There's
your own.
There's something to be said about that.
Yes, that fire in your belly. Like I am myself.